are live here in Tabiona, Utah at the Tiger Coliseum. I'm Brandon Jones and reporting for Channel V6. Welcome back, folks. We got a good game on our hands with the Tabiona Tigers at home versus the Manila Mustangs. I think it's about a 3-hour travel time for the Manila Mustangs to get here. And this is two really good ball clubs. You know, both in conference right now, very similar. Manila is 3-0, and Tabiona is 2-1. But overall, Tabiona owns it with 13-3, only 3 losses on the year. And for Manila, 10 wins and 4 losses. So really, really evenly matched, close. And a lot of talent on both sides. And Dakota Young for Tabiona, #1. Really good scorer and rebounds really well for this team. Wyatt Fabrizio, #44. You know, he's about a 16 points per game kind of guy. Does it really well. Hayes Giles, #22. Watch this kid. He can just stroke the three as he's down here warming up, not missing a whole lot. And on the other side, you have some really good players. I watched Manila last year against Altamont, and they have this kid, #0, Garrett Potter. And he averages about 19 points a game, and he's really good. He wears his emotion on his sleeve, and just really, really good player. Always wants his shot, and there's a Jordan Lucio also right behind him in scoring, and Tanner Anderson. These are really good players to watch for Manila as they are going to start their starting lineups here. But keys to the game, you know, Coach Lee Gines says, #1, we want to control the pace of the game. And the funny thing is Manila, that's what their game plan #1 is too, is to make sure that they keep their pace to the game. So what's going to give there? #2 is that, as you see, Garrett Potter right there coming out. Jordan Lucio, #2. #3, Dalton Taylor. #5, Garrett Slaw. And Tanner Anderson, #23. So the second keys to the game for Tabiona is to not turn over the ball. They do that really well. They're like a machine out there, and they get anything they want. As Dakota Young is introduced in that lineup. #10, Colton Iverson. And here's that 3-point killer. Hayes Giles, #22. And a lot of their offense goes down underneath to Gage Riley and Wyatt Fabrizio, #44. So another key to the game for Manila is that they want to take good shots. They want to get in opportunities to make high percentage plays. And key #3 for the Tigers is own the boards. They want to get rebounds and crash the boards early. And their #3 key to the game for the Mustangs is to get the first shot to go. They want to score first. And here we go, Dakota Young to Hayes Giles, thinks about the 3, gives it up to Young. Gage Riley's open underneath, but wide open is Dakota Young as he launches the 3 and comes up long. Garrett Potter over to Slaw. Jordan Lucio. Good defense there by Giles. And a 3 is put up by Tanner Anderson, and there's that #3 key to the game. get the first shot to go in. They want to score first. They do it with a 3 in style. Dakota Young back to Hayes Giles. Hayes Giles over to Young. A good screen there by Gage Riley. And sometimes on that screen, you'll see him get the ball back as they have a really good pick and roll offense. Slaw into Taylor, back into Lucio. Lucio with some pesky defense there by Hayes Giles. Young has it at the top of the key, gets it into Gage. And, you know, a lot of their possessions go to Gage at least touching the ball. If it needs to be kicked out at 3 or another pass, he's a great passer as Wyatt Fabrizio knocks down his first 3. And we are tied up at 3s. Lucio back to Taylor. Into Lucio, but Lucio loses it out of bounds. So Tabiona ball. Offensively, Tabiona loves to push the pace, but right now they're slowing it down just a little bit to get their offensive started. And that's the one thing that they're so good at, and why they're so good is that they can go transition high-paced basketball, and they can slow it down and go into that half-court offense as they turn it over there. Garrett Potter throws it into Slaw. Lucio, you betcha, with that hook shot on the right hand. Jordan Lucio with his first 2 points. Good interior pass to Gage Riley, and they're all over him as they foul him. And number 34 will go to the line. And he's a big dude that's underneath, and there's not a lot of size on Manila that can compete with him. As they're saying that that's not on the shot, so they're gonna inbound it. And last year, Manila had a big guy, Cody Pallison, and they could do the same thing. He was 6'7" underneath and could get any shot he wanted underneath there. They have to be a little bit more creative with the guard situation lineup they have today. And this year is Dakota Young with a good fake and then a pass to Gage Riley, and Riley see if the Manila Mustangs can answer on this possession. As I've watched these guys, and they love to slow it down. They kick it around 4 or 5 times before they get a shot. And there's a block by Colton Iverson as Wyatt Fabrizio attacks the rim, and he's gonna get the block on that one. What an outstanding play by Wyatt Fabrizio. As Jordan Lucio did not like the call and is having a discussion there with the refs a little bit. Five ball game. What a quick, fast start as Wyatt Fabrizio knocks the first one down. As L&L Motor, along with the largest selection of new and used vehicles under one name, fully trained staff of not only technicians, but our entire team of employees, offering the widest scale of automotive needs under a roof, tires, wheels, and accessories, tint repairs, and etc. Usually we have the L&L Motor replay not running tonight as Lucio tries to get his basket there and gets pushed on the baseline. So they will keep it on the inbound here. And Gage Riley will get his first foul. We'll have to watch how many fouls Gage Riley gets because he's very important in this game, as he is that big guy underneath that can create havoc on these Mustangs. And Garrett Potter is yet to get going. Tanner Anderson already has a three. Claps, wants it. Kicks it back to Quinn Saldana. Saldana back to Lucio. What a great spin move by Lucio to create his shot, and he puts it through the net. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Dakota Young gets the screen by Colton Iverson. Goes back to Hayes Giles. Giles, he attacks. And that's good. Dakota Young on the attack. Maybe got a little contact, maybe an and one there. As it goes back to Manila. Quinn Saldana checks in the game. And watching, the Mustangs, they don't have a lot of rotations. They play with these 6 guys on the floor almost the entire time. So they're well conditioned. And last year was even just 5. They didn't make one substitution the entire game. As there's a 3 that is fouled. As Garrett Potter puts his hand there. And they catch him and he gets his first foul. And that's a tough one to take though. Like, you foul a shooter on that 3-point line. You feel sick inside almost when you when you make that mistake. Fabrizio is good on the first one. Really good win by Tabiona versus Layton Christian a week ago, 42-39. They haven't had a lot of close games this year. That one they had to really have execution plays down the stretch as they got it done. As Wyatt Fabrizio is good on all of them, 12-7. Manila, I just feel they haven't got a feel for what the defense has given them quite yet. Jordan Lucio's made some plays as Quinn Saldana gets his guy in the air, gives it over to Potter, and that's what he does best. He's really good from the 3-point line. 36 threes on the year. Garrett Potter with the 37. Wyatt Fabrizio. And almost a foul by Garrett Potter there, but it is out on Potter and will stay with the Tigers. And Manila's coming off a good win too against Snake River as Hayes Giles takes his turn, knocks it down from deep. And like I said, this kid is really good at threes. Remember watching him last year as he tossed about 8 of them up. Gets his first one. Saldana tries to answer, no good. And Dakota Young will run the offense for the Tigers. Screen comes up for him. Giles thinks about that 3, kicks it back out to Young. Gets that interior pass, tries to get it to Riley, really well defended by Anderson. And Lucio climbs the ladder and gets the rebound. What a play by Lucio. 2 bigger defenders right there. Lucio just says, I got to vert, and I get up there and in the stratosphere and takes it down. Garrett Slaw will run the point guard position here. Give it up to Lucio. And now, you can see that Manila is starting to roll a little bit. Once that 3 went down for Potter, gave him some confidence as Quinn Saldana hits the back of the rim, so close. Gage Riley on the rebound. And they will set up on this side as Fabrizio, and you watch that screen by Gage Riley almost knock Quinn Saldana flat. Just a big guy underneath. Dakota Young puts up a circus shot, no good. And Garrett Slaw will reset. And see a zone defense here by Tabiona. And it's thrown in. Lucio turns it over, gives it to Wyatt Fabrizio, and he's been so good tonight at driving to the basket and doing things just like that. Wyatt Fabrizio. Saldana, 17-10, 7-point game. Huge run right here by Tabiona. And the buzzer goes off. Lucio doesn't look at the clock in time. And that's the first quarter, and it's an up and down pace game. And I'm not exactly sure Manila Mustangs want that up and down pace game. They want to slow this game down as much as they can. That's the end of the first quarter. Be back right after this, Channel V6.
Utah State University puts higher education in reach whatever your path may be. Whether you want to move to Logan or Price for a traditional campus experience, or save on living expenses and stay in the Uinta Basin, USU makes earning a college degree possible. As an Aggie, you'll gain skill sets to pursue the career that you love and that will make an impact. And no matter where you attend, your diploma will have the same 3 renowned words: Utah State University.
Get the big picture and the small details with state-of-the-art imaging services at Ashley Regional's Women's Center, including 4D ultrasound, 3D mammography, and bone density screenings. Learn more at ashleyregional.com.
And we are back here live in Tigers Coliseum. Score is 17-10 for the Tabiona Tigers. I'm Brandon Jones, Channel V6. Thankful to all our sponsors tonight: Jones Paint and Glass, Moon Lake Electric, L&L Motor, Strata Networks, United by Operated SkyWest, Utah State University, Ute Tribal Enterprises, and Zions Bank. And we will get the second quarter started as Tanner Anderson gets the ball back to Slaw. And we'll see if this continues to be an up and down pace game or if Manila can control it. As Potter gets an open 3, it's underneath Slaw with an offensive rebound and a putback and fouled. So an and one play for Garrett Slaw. Big opportunity for Manila to get back in this game. See if he can earn that shot. Oh, just misses it, but it's rebounded by Tanner Anderson. No, Fabrizio. And that looked like a push on Fabrizio, as it will stay with Tabiona. And a definite push by Fabrizio right there, as he made sure that foul counted. 44 has 2 fouls. Watch that too as well. Fabrizio, big part of this team. Garrett Slaw with 101 points this year. And he misses that 3-point shot. Wasn't a huge factor of last year. Didn't get a ton of missed minutes on varsity. So he's really turned the corner for this team, for the Mustangs in Manila. Dakota Young gets it into Fabrizio, and it's cut off well by Garrett Potter. And last year, watching Garrett Potter at that Altamont game, he hit like 3 or 4 threes in a row and was just flashing the 3-ball sign to the student section as he went by. Such a confident player. As Dalton Taylor gathers, what a pass right there to Lucio. Lucio with the teardrop and scores it for the Mustangs. So big plays right here by Manila to get back in this game. It was a 7-point game, down to 3. And Gage Riley is harassed by Tanner Anderson. Giles into Iverson. Iverson back to Dakota Young, and how about that play by the Tigers? Really good team basketball right there and good vision. I mean, he could have took that shot in the middle, but gave it right up to Dakota Young for a better shot, as Gage Riley gets up and gets that rebound, and it's going to be an over-the-back call on Manila. So both teams making some good plays and some head scratchers. that's how you do it in high school basketball. Gage Riley to Dakota Young. Can he get hot? Yes, he can! Dakota Young. Dakota Young with 227 points this year, and just leading assist player as well, as 67 assists, as Garrett Potter drives to the hole, and he gets hammered. Colton Iverson, I mean, it looked worse than it was. I mean, it was a play on the ball, and so, you know, it was a good look by the ref just to say it was a common foul. It looked harder than it was, but he did go for the ball and just had nowhere to land as Potter hits the floor but gets the free throw to go too. 22-17. I think they actually gave the points to the wrong team. Maybe. It's Dakota Young, he tries to make his way down the lane, gets fouled. And Hayes Giles will inbound it. Coach Gines does a good job on those inbound plays as Iverson takes it back. And a timeout. Lee Gines didn't like the sloppy play right there and immediately calls a timeout. And we'll take a timeout with them and be right back.
By fixing it the first time, we show our customers that we care. I'm Rico. I'm a technician at L&L Motor. I've been in the automotive industry for 7 years.
I'm Amanda Kazik. I work here at the parts department at L&L.
I like being a technician. Every day is a new day, and it's cool to see a concern and be able to fix it.
They're kind of like my family, so they've really taken care of me and given me a ton of opportunities.
We value the Fix It Right First program. Try to go the extra mile for the customer.
And we are back, Channel V6. Brandon Jones reporting. Great basketball game so far, 22-17. Good runs by both teams here in the first half. And a great timeout called by Lee Gines. And Mike Hughes, another great coach for the Manila Mustangs, has his guys ready for this game. As Dakota Young goes in, tries to get it to Giles, and defense of play by right there by Manila, but it's out of bounds there on Potter. Gage Riley over to Dakota Young. They try to get it back into Dakota Young, but Tanner Anderson does a good job of staying in front of the bigger guy. Tanner Anderson plays bigger than he is, and especially Lucio as well. As Fabrizio to Giles. Giles for three. Perfect rotation. No good on the shot. And Dakota Young gets the rebound and puts it in. Dakota Young scores a ton of points of being in the right place at the right time. And there you see it again, as Young is right there to clean it up. As Dalton Taylor to Tanner Anderson, and with the fade back, 2-foot jump shot goes. Tanner Anderson. And a Dakota Young three that hits the top of the backboard, but the front of the top of the backboard, so it's no out of bounds. As Dalton Taylor looks like he's open in the corner, but Tanner Anderson gets the ball over to Taylor. Taylor for three. And falls short, goes long. Hayes Giles over to Dakota Young. And I've watched this Tabiona offense, and they go to Gage Riley underneath so much, and I haven't seen a whole lot of that so far, as Wyatt Fabrizio tries to put the three in. No good, but a rebound by Hayes Giles. There's that play into the inside play. Colton Iverson playing inside out high-low basketball. It's a thing of beauty to watch. this Tabiona Tigers offense mythically use, like, I mean, they just look mechanical, the way that they do their plays. Driving in, kicking out, getting fouled right there. But they do so many good things, and it starts out with the fundamentals of basketball. And in Tabiona, at 3 or 4 years old, you're dribbling a basketball here, as I've got to know this area. Fabrizio. Kicks it over to Young. Fabrizio tries to post up down there in the paint. They don't see him. As Dakota Young gives it up to Landon Rhodes, who gets his first time of the day, as Hayes Giles to Fabrizio for 3, and that's way long. But guess who? Gage Riley. And that was just beautiful basketball right there. Gage Riley making sure he boxed out his guy, making sure that he was the first one to touch the ball. And that's what offensive rebounders do. They just have a nose for knowing how that ball is going to go off the rim. And Lucio tries to do his work. And he gets a foul, but I think they called it really early, so he'll be inbound in that play. So Manila will take it out of bounds. As Lucio, with that left-handed looking hook floater right there, almost converts. And one of the things I love watching Jordan Lucio, he can slash. He's my slasher. He slashes to the rim and just makes plays. They either have to collapse on him and then he'll kick it back out, or to an open player that's cutting. And he needs to go back to that. He needs to slash. As Hayes Giles is fouled by Dalton Taylor. And the Tigers will get some more subs in, as Caden Giles will enter the game. And Hayes Giles misses long on the free throw. And Dalton Taylor rushes it down the court. Some screen options there in the middle of the paint. And Lucio, there he is, slashes. Oh, but it's read beautiful by Landon Rhodes. And he comes up with the steal. Fabrizio maybe tries to call an isolation here. Clears everybody out, takes him one-on-one, kicks it back out to 3 to Caden Giles. Giles over to Rhodes. And Caden Giles at the top of the key goes back to Hayes Giles to Fabrizio. Gage Riley content to be underneath, not trying to get open right now, as Caden Giles shoots up the 3 and no good on the attempt, but there is another offensive rebound by Fabrizio. And you hear the coach yelling, one shot. He wants one shot opportunity, 21 seconds left till half, as they will get the best opportunity available. And right now, the way things are cooking, I get it inside, kick it back out to 3. As they do, Hayes Giles, bang! Hayes Giles with the knockdown 3 right before the half. Perfectly planned play. Tabiona Tigers 29-19 and take a 10-point lead in the half. And Hayes Giles comes up huge for the Tigers against the Manila Mustangs. And Hayes Giles had 2 threes in this first half. And, you know, my player of the half so far has been Wyatt Fabrizio. He's been everywhere. He's gotten steals and been the first one to run out and get the layup on the other side. And he's kind of made this well-oiled machine roll for the Tigers. And on the other side, you know, Manila, they can't fault themselves. They've done a really great job just a couple plays that got away from him right there to make it a 10-point lead. But for the most part, doing a really great job of, keeping the score down like what they want to do. They want to slow the tempo down and play at their pace. And I'm just going to call out Garrett Potter right now. I mean, like he has a 3-point attempt, but not much else. And so you're going to see him step up huge in this second half as Garrett Potter and Lucio, if he continues to cut to the basket like he does, they'll be just fine. And right now we got the Tabiona cheerleaders on the floor. We're going to go to halftime. You can enjoy some halftime entertainment. We'll go quiet here as announcers and enjoy the halftime entertainment and be back for the second half.
Days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road will lead you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door close, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, so the warmth is mine. More than anything, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones who loved you in the place you left. I hope you always forgive and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake and always give more than you take. But more than anything, yeah, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. This is my wish.
We are the people behind the connection. You may never see us, but you are always on our minds. Because you are the reason we do what we do. Improving the way you connect is the reason we are always working. Why we are always building. Why we are always striving to give you the best. We are the people behind the connection, working together to connect your life.
When you need windows, doors, bathroom glass, or paint, Jones Paint and Glass can help. With over 80 years in the industry, we're Utah's go-to expert for paint and glass. We offer beautiful, energy-efficient Jones Paint and Glass windows, as well as Anderson and Marvin windows and doors. We also offer top paints like Benjamin Moore and PPG Pittsburgh paints. Whether you're remodeling or building from scratch, Jones Paint and Glass has you covered.
When you hear the crash.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
Great food begins with great ingredients. We've grown our produce department with more prepared fruits and vegetables for the entire family. We've recently expanded our offerings, so come in and experience the fun, the excitement, and taste the difference.
That's me, a canvas for my friend's artwork. How did I end up here? Well, I'm a good kid, so my parents assumed I'd never drink underage. But all kids get offered alcohol. Now, school isn't going well. My parents think it's a phase, but I don't know. My brain is still developing, so I'm more at risk for addiction. Even good kids need help to make good decisions. Mom, Dad, please set clear rules. Absolutely no underage drinking.
And we are back here live in Tabiona, Channel V6. I'm Brandon Jones. And what a game so far. Up and down pace at the Tabiona Tiger Coliseum as Manila finally comes out of the locker room, and the Tigers, in about 40 seconds, we will start the second half. Really good energy by the Tigers on their home floor tonight. And, you know, Manila has shown some flashes that they can really stay with this team. And, you know, you just got to answer the runs. And they did a really good job that first time of answering the run. And so, really big run by the Tabiona Tigers before they went to half. We'll see if Manila can do a run of their own. And I guarantee it, Coach Mike Hughes had some good things to say and some things of, you know, corrective criticism for his team. And right now I think that he's like, hey, don't let them get us out of our game. We choose the way we play for a reason, and that's why we have wins. And then just a personal thing, I think that they just need to get Garrett Potter going, as he is your leading scorer, leading three-point shooter, and some plays to Lucio as well. There's a good pass to Iverson. Colton Iverson with a pass, a great assist by Fabrizio. And, you know, Fabrizio leading stealer on this team with a 29 for the year. As Lucio goes up and is met, I think, by Gage Riley, gets the foul on that one, as Iverson had pretty good position. And nope, they actually called that one on Iverson. Jordan Lucio is good on the first opportunity. And the second. Now what Manila is really good at, they are really good at forcing you to get the shots they want you to get. And in that first half, the Tigers were kind of getting anything that they wanted, what they wanted in as shots. Manila in this second half has to go back to that mentality, as pushing them into shots that are uncomfortable for the Tigers, as Dakota Young tries to make a pass and it's stolen. Garrett Slaw is triple teamed and tries to kick it out to Dalton Taylor, and a steal by Gage Riley. Pretty impressive defense there by the Tigers to all collapse on Garrett Potter. And that's been kind of the game plan, as I can see, for the Tigers, is to take Potter out of the game any way they can. Don't let him get started. As Dakota Young for three. Doesn't make that one, but Tanner Anderson. Wow, look at the hands by Fabrizio. And a foul is going to be charged to Tanner Anderson. A little frustration play as he turned the ball over, but Fabrizio is the leading stealer for the Tigers for a reason with plays like that. Good defense there by Garrett Slaw, making sure that Hayes Giles doesn't have any opportunity, or a good shot for three. Dakota Young with the vision tries to pass it down to Fabrizio, but just overthrows the pass just a little bit. And you know what you're needing at Manila Mustangs, they want stops. They want to get three in a row and then get some good shots on the other side, as Dalton Taylor, he puts in the three. So big shot right there by Dalton Taylor. Fabrizio with the crossover comes in, shoots the jump shot, no good. And there's another stop for the Mustangs, as Slaw drives in and kicks it back out to a hot Dalton Taylor, but no good. And it goes off the foot of a Tiger and will be Mustangs ball underneath the hoop. Quinn Saldana will take the place of Dalton Taylor with a big three. Slaw looks it into Lucio. See that Gage Riley is defending right there, as Quinn Saldana comes into the game, shoots the three. No soup on that one, as Jordan Lucio kicks it over to, and you bet, Garrett Slaw for the three. Garrett Slaw, big opportunity. There's a big screen by Gage Riley, almost knocks Lucio flat. As Hayes Giles for the three, doesn't get it to roll in. Garrett Slaw, ooh, with the behind the back pass, gets it to Lucio. Not sure if that was intended to be a pass or just a behind the back move, but they'll take it anyway as Garrett Slaw. And, Tanner Anderson's made some big plays in this game. I think they need to find ways to get the ball in his hands as they do. Tanner Anderson with the fake and the left hand, and he's fouled. Man, it seems like whenever I tell, they do. I'm like Tony Romo here on the set here, predicting plays. But Tanner Anderson goes to the line. And Garrett Potter says, hey, man, it's okay. Get this next one. I really love the team unity from both of these teams. Both have been playing for a long while with each other and have chemistry that just can't be taught. Just takes time. As Fabrizio looks for Colton Iverson. Iverson's waving his hand. He's like, I'm open, man. I got a mismatch down here with Quinn Saldana. They finally give it to him at the three-point line. And Fabrizio looks a little bit right there to slash. Changes his mind, but a great pass to Giles. And Giles is fouled and one. And they count the basket. You know, I'm super impressed with this Hayes Giles kid. I watched him last year, and I was blown away of what he could do. You know, he could play underneath. He could play at the three-point line. He's really fast, really great on defense. And Hayes Giles, just a great senior for this team, has 18 threes and over 100 points for the year. As Giles with the three, no good. Very confident shot, Hayes Giles with the heat check there. Don't blame him there at all. As Slaw. Oh, there's Tanner Anderson again with that left-handed fake, and no good. As Wyatt Fabrizio checks the three right there. He is wide open. Should have took it, bro. As Fabrizio resets. And Lucio guarding him tight. And that, oh man, that was a good defensive play, but they actually call a foul. And they call it on number 4. Quinn Saldana, no. Call it on number 3. Dalton Taylor for his 3rd foul. Fabrizio, another awesome senior for this team. And then Tabiona Tigers have a ton of seniors on this team. They have a lot of veteran players that have been playing for the 4 years at Tabiona, and it shows in the way that they hold themselves accountable. They're so accountable for everything that they do. Like just one little mess up. I saw Wyatt Fabrizio yelling at his guy. He's like, come on, man, you're better than that. As Lucio goes hard to the rim and gets fouled. And, you know, it all comes down from the coach. And Lee Gines preaches to these guys accountability. Only you can do your job, and no one, you don't want to do anyone else's. And if they all do their job, you're going to have success. And very similar coaching by Mike Hughes. And you know, both these towns are really small. Like you know, Tabiona is a small town, and so is Manila, and just so similar in the way they play, and just amazing basketball. You know, like some of these teams could beat some of our 3A and 4A teams. Just the way that they control the ball like they do, and don't turn over the ball as they turn it over there, Tabiona. So we still, man, we got a close game, 34-29, 5-point game just like that, as another opportunity here for the Mustangs. Tanner Anderson's wide open in that key. Passes up the shot, tried to get a better one. Dalton Taylor to Lucio. Lucio for three. He fires it, and it's no good. And that could be off Riley. Riley saves. Well, that was a good job by Garrett Potter. He tried to save it out of bounds, but then threw it right to Riley, and he used his football tight end hands and brought it in. As there's a push off there on Rhodes. Landon Rhodes got caught right there, pushing off, and will go to the Mustangs. And now there's starting to be a little bit of energy from the bench of the Mustangs. As Slaw kicks it around, tries to get it into Tanner Anderson. Tipped out of bounds by the Tigers, will remain right here. Slowing the ball down, Manila going back to their pace of game, running interior screens, trying to get someone open. Tanner Anderson thinks about the three. They're just all over Garrett Potter. They will not let him get any opportunities, as Dakota Young is just doing an outstanding job of staying in front of Garrett Potter. So other offense has to come through other guys. And that's just the game plan that Giants has. Take out their best scorer. Anyone else tries to beat you. As Potter can't be held down for long as he gets that fade to the left side. Fabrizio kicks it out for three to Rhodes. Rhodes is long on the three. Here's an opportunity for the Mustangs. They run it down. Try to get a transition play. Slaw cuts deep. And back to Taylor. Taylor with a pass. And a timeout. A good timeout by Mike Hughes right there. And, you know, it starts out slow, and then it starts out, you know, then we're back to a track meet as it's 31-34. And this is a 10-point game at half. And they're in a timeout right now. We'll talk about our sponsors. Ashley Regional Medical Center welcomes Dr. Tyler Moore, orthopedic surgeon. Dr. Moore did an additional fellowship, year-long training in sports medicine. Jones Paint and Glass. Jones Paint and Glass sells high-quality paint with thousands of colors to choose from. The interactive color workstation can help you find the right color for your project. Jones Paint and Glass. And L&L Motor, proud sponsor of all Uintah and Duchesne County schools. And we do have a lot of schools. We have Tabiona, Duchesne, Altamont, Union, and Uintah in Vernal and Roosevelt. And don't forget Uintah River in Fort Duchesne. As a play is made right there by Dalton Taylor for his team to keep it on this side. And it's 34-31. Manila comes out. And a three is thought about, kicked back out to reset. Garrett Slaw calls for a screen. No one comes up. Tanner Anderson for three. He's wide open. Lucio, he's even more open, and Lucio is off the rim. As Fabrizio shoots it up at the buzzer of the third quarter, and that's your quarter, man. That was some good basketball in the third quarter. Both teams came out firing, and we have a 3-point game. And, you know, we're going to go to some sponsors, and we'll come back to the fourth quarter action. Brandon Jones, Channel V6.
We are the people behind the connection. You may never see us, but you are always on our minds. Because you are the reason we do what we do. Improving the way you connect is the reason we are always working. Why we are always building. Why we are always striving to give you the best. We are the people behind the connection, working together to connect your life.
Get the big picture and the small details with state-of-the-art imaging services at Ashley Regional's Women's Center, including 4D ultrasound, 3D mammography, and bone density screenings. Learn more at ashleyregional.com.
And we're back here in Tabiona, Utah. We've got a score of 34-31, three-point game with the Tabiona home Tigers in control for now. But in these last couple minutes, the Mustangs have revved up the engines. And made it a really close game as Slaw back to Lucio. No one in the paint at all, just gonna kick it around, seeing if they can get an open opportunity at three as Anderson, ooh, with a cross-court pass. That looked like it was off a Tabiona Tiger, but I guess you get a home call every once in a while right there, and so the Tabiona will keep it. As Dakota Young, he slashes and gets stopped and cut off there by Garrett Slaw. Fabrizio, good defense by the Manila Mustangs. And look at that block by Tanner Anderson. Wow, gets up in the elevator, climbs up and gets that block. Tanner Anderson, how about a play for him? Inside pass to Lucio, and he's wide open underneath and puts it off the glass. 34-33, one-point game. Tabiona still claims the lead, but it's only a one-point game as a timeout is called. And we'll all take a breath and go to a timeout with them. We'll be right back.
By fixing it the first time, we show our customers that we care. I'm Rico. I'm a technician at L&L Motor. I've been in the automotive industry for 7 years.
I'm Amanda Kazik. I work here at the parts department at L&L.
I like being a technician. Every day is a new day, and it's cool to see a concern and be able to fix it.
They're kind of like my family, so they've really taken care of me and given me a ton of opportunities.
We value the Fix It Right First program. Try to go the extra mile for the customer.
And we are back here, live basketball, 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in the Tigers Coliseum with a one-point lead. The Tigers have the possession and the one-point lead as Hayes Giles throws it into Gage Riley. Iverson gets the tip and he puts it through. Makes it a three-point game. And just outstanding defense on both sides of the ball. And I really got to give it to the coach on both sides because it's a chess match down there. As a wide open layup is just missed by Slaw. Tanner Anderson gets cut off really quick. And Slaw goes left, right, and it's a double dribble. He turns it over. And that could be a costly turnover, but it's still a lot of time left. 6 minutes and 30 seconds. And watching the matchup tonight with Dakota Young and Garrett Potter has just been something to see. As Dakota Young, Gage Riley with the offensive rebound and one. And whenever you need a big play, you just go into the big man, Gage Riley, and he gets it done. Gage Riley averages about 8 rebounds a game, mostly offensive rebounds, as he puts that one in with ease. Senior, 124 rebounds for the Tabiona Tigers. And a steal for Wyatt Fabrizio. He comes up huge in big moments, and there he is again. Hayes Giles, and a block. No, a foul on Tanner Anderson. And Tanner Anderson has got up all night long to get that block shot. That one he got a little contact with the body and possibly the head. So it's 39-33. Big answer by the troops of Lee Gines. The Tigers are on attack right now. And make it a 6-point game, and this could be 7. As Giles is good. And it's becoming crunch time for both these teams. As the crowd gets in it here at Tabiona. Dalton Taylor throws it over to Slaw. Back to Anderson. And it's a 3 shot up by Tanner Anderson. It stays with Manila. And I really liked that 3-point shot by Tanner Anderson. It just didn't go his way. Keep shooting, bro. And they need shots for Garrett Potter as Lucio's harassed. And harassed again, and Gage Riley's right there, but they're gonna call a foul. You watch the tandem between Colton Iverson and Gage Riley down there. They're unstoppable to get the ball in the hoop. Deputy and sheriff right there, with the sheriff being Gage Riley, patrolling. As Jordan Lucio hits the free throw and makes the flex to the student section. And that's what I love about these teams and why they're so good. They play with so much emotion and confidence. As he misses the second one. Wyatt Fabrizio loses it out of bounds. It's gonna be Manila ball. 41-34 and a costly turnover for the Tigers. As Fabrizio tried to do just a little too much on that play. Turns it over with a little bit of time left for the Manila Mustangs to get back in this, as Garrett Slaw throws it over to Anderson. And Anderson for 3, and it is no good. Is rebounded by Gage Riley. Dakota Young, the pressure is put on by the Manila Mustangs. He breaks through the pressure. Back down to pass Iverson, a block, no, a foul from Lucio. And if you go back to that play, I don't have the L&L replay tonight, but that was some heady basketball by Dakota Young. He could have took it himself, but ended up throwing it to Iverson, who got fouled. But like I said, Dakota Young could have taken that all the way to the paint himself. He saw the better opportunity and gave it to Iverson. As Iverson misses, and you see Tanner Anderson jump high for the rebound. And Garrett Potter still hasn't found any type of rhythm, just being completely guarded by Dakota Young. So you kind of have, like in football, you have a spy on offense. There's Potter right there. He puts it in for 2. But like I said, football, you have a spy. When you have a running back, a quarterback that runs, you put that linebacker, the spy, and watch that guy. That's what they're doing with Dakota Young, putting him on man-to-man defense. Hayes Giles. And a steal right there by Potter. And now Potter gets it going. He has 2 points there, a steal, and a push by Lucio. And Lucio was just trying to clear some space. He got away with that hand just extending a little too much, and the ref called it. So a timeout is called, and man, buckle up. It's 4 minutes to go. We'll be right back, Channel V6.
Utah State University puts higher education in reach whatever your path may be. Whether you want to move to Logan or Price for a traditional campus experience, or save on living expenses and stay in the Uinta Basin, USU makes earning a college degree possible. As an Aggie, you'll gain skill sets to pursue the career that you love and that will make an impact. And no matter where you attend, your diploma will have the same 3 renowned words: Utah State University.
And we're back after a 30-second timeout is called. Both coaches commanding their troops on the sidelines. Both these teams play so physical, so evenly matched, and couldn't be more different at the same time. As some pressure from Slaw on Dakota Young. And they look to really slow the ball down, take the air out of the ball. Clock is their friend. As Gage Riley puts it in, it goes, hits a couple times off the rim and falls in for Gage Riley. And this second half has had some really good plays by Gage Riley on the offense and defensive end, and rebounding as there's a player tackled. Iverson tackled Lucio. Or the other way around. We'll see what the refs decide. It could call on either one of them, honestly. I think they're both just trying to make hard plays for their team at the end of the game, and the refs will come to a decision. It is going to be against Tabiona, and they will go to a one-on-one situation here with the 7th-team foul. Lucio, you know, and Lee Giants, he wants an explanation of what happened there, and as the refs talk to him, as they'll have a couple substitution. But man, some great plays by, you know, like I said, Gage Riley and Jordan Lucio and Tanner Anderson in this second half. And, you know, it's really crazy to see a player get held down to 7 or 8 points that averages 23, but Garrett Potter is in that situation right now. And like I said, it's that defense by Dakota Young. On the ball defense. As it gets really loud here in the Tiger Coliseum. Lucio with his first attempt, and he nails it. So that was a big shot, because if he misses that one, you rebound it. It's not your ball anymore. You only get a one-on-one situation. As he calms down, shoots the second shot up, and puts that one through. And Lucio goes to the side of the student section with the hush signal. And some more great plays coming up for you after this. 44-41. Stay right here.
When you need windows, doors, bathroom glass, or paint, Jones Paint and Glass can help. With over 80 years in the industry, we're Utah's go-to expert for paint and glass. We offer beautiful, energy-efficient Jones Paint and Glass windows, as well as Anderson and Marvin windows and doors. We also offer top paints like Benjamin Moore and PPG Pittsburgh paints. Whether you're remodeling or building from scratch, Jones Paint and Glass has you covered.
When you hear the crash.
And folks, we are back for an exciting finish, 44-41. Tabiona Tigers on top. And man, every time the Tabiona Tigers build a lead, Manila gets right back into it. and makes it a close game, 3-point game. And Fabrizio looks for Hayes Giles. Giles to Dakota Young. As Young gives it up to Fabrizio, wasting some time off the clock as he dribbles it off his leg and turns it over. And here's Garrett Potter. He's going all the way to the cup, and he gets fouled. And he'll get 2 shots. And there's that Garrett Potter. And like I said, when you have stars and you can hold them down for only so long, and then they show up. And they usually show up in the last 3 minutes of the game or the fourth quarter. And that is how it has been done for Garrett Potter as he's off on the free throw. Hits it off the back iron. Has a chance to make it a 2-point game right here on this free throw. As he does. 2-point game. As the Tigers will bring it down in a couple unforced turnovers by this Tabiona offense. As Potter almost stole there from Giles. Dakota Young back to Fabrizio. Giles kicks it back out to Gage Riley. Good defense by the Mustangs. Iverson gets it underneath, kicks it back out to Fabrizio. Fabrizio's open for the 2-point shot, and he's fouled. So Fabrizio makes up for that play off his leg on the last possession, gets fouled on this opportunity. He's been 100% tonight at the free throw line as he looks as a senior to knock this down. And he misses, and with the girls' game before this, you know, that's what it came down to, was missed free throws and made free throws. And Manila made them, and Tabiona uncharacteristically missed them. As a miss is there by Wyatt Fabrizio. 2 misses at the free throw line after he's been 100% on the night. Pressure free throws. Tanner Anderson. Tanner gets it back to him and to Slaw. What an exciting finish this is going to be. Slaw, a cutting Mustang right there. Lucio tries to get it over Gage Riley, and Gage Riley says, I'll have none of that. But Tanner Anderson gets the rebound. No, and he's called for the foul. Tanner Anderson gets the foul, and Tabiona will be shooting a one-on-one. So only up to 8 fouls now. So a one-on-one opportunity back at the line. Colton Iverson has 84 points on the year, 69 rebounds as he nails that first free throw, and that's a big one to make this a 3-point ball game, and none bigger than this one to make it a 2-possession, 4-point game. This will be a good home win for the Tabiona Tigers as Iverson knocks both down. And they call another timeout here. And they have a full timeout. So we'll have one more timeout and in the conclusion of this game. Stay right here, Channel V6, Brandon Jones. And we are back here in Tabiona, Utah at the Tigers Coliseum. Beautiful new floor for the Tabiona Tigers. The cool tiger in the middle of the court. I like the logos. A lot of teams don't have those logos anymore on the middle of the court. I like it. Slaw. Over to Quinn Saldana, back to Slaw. Slaw thinks about the three, goes into Lucio, back to Slaw. Slaw dives in. What a pass by Tanner Anderson. He fakes, he gets his defender in the air. No foul is called, but Tanner Anderson puts that ball in the hoop. It's a 2-point game. 1:37 left. A timeout is called. And we'll stay right here and talk about things. You know, just a 1:37, 2-point game. You know, both coaches can tell their teams what they want to do right here. Lee Gines, he just wants execution and absolutely no turnovers. And if you're Manila, you still have Tabiona in a 1-on-1 situation, so it's not horrible to foul a free throw shooter that's not been making shots, but there's not very many of those on Tabiona that can't make free throws. So you've got to go for the steal, stay in front of your guy. You have plenty of time to make a stop and tie this ball game up. There's still 1:37 left. The only thing I worry about is that in high school, there's no shot clock. And so you can basically hold the ball up at the top as much as you want and run the whole thing down. So eventually they will have to foul if they don't get a steal. Manila will bring the pressure. Well, no, three-quarter court, full pressure right here. As Slaw guards Dakota Young. Dakota Young tries to find someone open, gets lost right there, has to kick it to Fabrizio. Nobody in the middle of the paint. As Dakota Young slashes, gives it to Riley, and that's a perfectly planned play right there to Gage Riley. Johnny on the spot. Gage Riley gets the 2 points and huge 4-point lead. Garrett Potter back to Slaw for the three. No good. Rebounded. And there's Potter with the 3-point shot. No good. Tanner Anderson climbs the ladder. No good with the offensive rebound and putback. He gets it, and he's fouled. Are you kidding me? I'm going to give you the Brett Brook, are you kidding me? That was crazy. No offense, no defensive rebound for Tabiona, and 3 of them for Tanner Anderson. So it keeps up to a 4-point game, and it could be 2 right here with Tanner Anderson at the line. And Anderson misses. Wow, and you know, he's frustrated and upset he missed that, but he'll nail this one as he misses it too. 4-point game, Tabiona. They got a foul, and they got a foul early as Garrett Potter's trying to harass, trying to steal the ball, finally does foul. And Fabrizio can finish this at the line. You know, Tanner Anderson just came up short on those free throws. And Wyatt Fabrizio, who missed the last 2 free throws, can get it all back right here if he can make these 2. And this is when you get your players to be clutch, and they're mostly all seniors as Fabrizio puts the first one in to make it a 5-point game. And, you know, last 2 minutes of the game, it's all about execution. Both these teams did really well as there's a rebound by Colton Iverson, and he has to be fouled immediately. No defensive rebound by the Manila Mustangs, and the Tigers come up with it. Colton Iverson will be at the line after Fabrizio missed the second free throw. Actually, that was the first free throw, and it's missed. So a couple missed free throws right here by Tabiona, keeping Manila in the game. So it was a one-on-one opportunity. I was so excited that I lost track of what I was saying and seeing. And Wyatt Fabrizio misses the one-on-one. They get the opportunity back and get 1 from the free throw line. So 6-point game. Garrett Slaw dives in, tries to get fouled. Tanner Anderson with the rebound, and he gets it to go. And a foul quickly on Fabrizio. 50-46. And no give up in this Mustangs team. It is not over until there is zeros on that clock, and the best coaches teach that. You don't want your players to stop with the fire, as they haven't. And Fabrizio has been struggling at the free throw line. Misses this one too. You know, and he's a good free throw shooter, but sometimes you can just get it in your head after you miss a shot, and it takes it away. So good timeout here by Hughes. Almost like to freeze the kicker, you know. He's about to kick that game-winning field goal, and you call that timeout, make him think about it for a while, freeze up Wyatt Fabrizio, and we still have a ball game, 50-46. Again, thanking all our sponsors: Jones Paint and Glass, Ashley Regional Medical Center, L&L Motor, Moon Lake, Strata Networks, United by Operated SkyWest, Utah State University, Ute Tribal Enterprises, and Zions Bank. Utah State University, be an Aggie in the Uinta Basin. No matter where you attend, your diploma will have the same three renowned words: Utah State University. Visit Uinta Basin, usu.edu for more information, or call 435-722-1700 to get started. Hey, how about this, folks? This is going to be an exciting ending, how it's been all night long. Runs by the Tigers and then runs by the Mustangs. Up and down pace game. Fabrizio on his second attempt, and he nails it. So Slaw pushes it up the court quick, knows he doesn't have a ton of time. Back to Lucio. Lucio for three, and it's no good. And they call a foul on Lucio. Lucio wanted the foul after he got hit on the attempt on the three, but then he reached out and grabbed the leg of Iverson. And that will be his fifth foul, so he will be disqualified for the game. But you look at the class by Wyatt Fabrizio and Hayes Giles coming up to Lucio and saying, hey man, you played a heck of a game. Love to see the fire on both teams and tenacity and emotion. And then a play like that where you come to the player and make a classy move. And that's that senior leadership that you see in this Tabiona Tigers team. Fabrizio gets the rebound, and they want a jump ball, and they get a foul, though. So Fabrizio will go back to the line, and that will be probably pretty close to what the end of this game is going to look like. As you know, Manila made some really good attempts to get back in this game, and just came up short. But you can't fault the effort of either team. And you see Hayes Giles going up to Garrett Potter and giving him a hug too, man, saying you guys balled out. Wyatt Fabrizio misses another free throw at the line. And hits that one. And 52-46 as Garrett Slaw drives in, uncontested, and hits the two. So a timeout is called, and that was a really quick two by Manila. And it's a 4-point game still, so it all comes down to free throws. If you can just make free throws, this game is over. If you can get a steal by Manila and make it a 2-point game, that would be really great too. So it was definitely worth a trip from Roosevelt to Tabiona tonight. They started the games just a little bit early for the girls game, so I didn't quite get here in time for all the starting lineups, and but we did get it situated where I finally did get here. And was a great girls game, how it went back and forth, and now we're here with the boys game, same thing. As Manila girls will get the bus ride home and be happy with a win. And, you know, I don't think you hold your head down if you're Manila. These are two great teams, and they're going to face again. And, you know, so I think that you'd be happy with how you did. And that's your final score, 52-48, 4-point game. The Tabiona Tigers come out on top. But the Manila Mustangs, they balled out and played with heart, and both these teams have such respect for each other. And that's going to be our final. And next week we'll be here live at Channel V6 with in Duchesne on Tuesday night. So tune in with us then. I'm Brandon Jones, and this has been a Channel V6 broadcast. We'll see you next time.